Good morning, hello, and happy Monday. Today is Juneteenth in America, which is a relatively new holiday. I think it's only a couple years old. It's a celebration of slaves being freed. So that's actually it. It's surprising that it took so long for us to actually have that as a holiday, but of course, like many of the federal holidays, I don't actually have that as a day off. So I am still working today. So normal schedule time for today, I probably stopping around 8:45, 8:30, somewhere around that time so I can get ready for work. But besides that, should be fairly normal. I did get a chance to work on the sort of like the tech map. Let's see, I actually have that somewhere. Let me see if I can find where it is. Go over there. All right. Here is our tech map. It's a little bit. Let's zoom in on that a little bit. So the idea here is that these would be what we call standards. So if you're familiar with educational standards, that's basically the end result of something to happen. So some testable thing. Uh, so for example, these green ones, trailer prerequisite setting up VS Code. I don't really have a test. Like there won't be a test to like make sure that you're able to do that. Those would just be like lessons here and there. But these ones, either I'll be able to create automated assessments for it, or they'll be manual assessments where it'll just be something like, show me that you can do this. And it'll be either like one or more assessments, one or more lessons. And the entire idea is going to be to have a mixture of video and written sort of content for this. Plus, when I do the live course, there'll be the added bonus of live, live lessons and live sort of like whoever signed up for that, which will be limited, will sort of be a combination of people and me sort of together online, almost like the classroom type thing, but online. Uh, so we have routing right now. I threw in all the routing stuff. I basically, oh yeah, you know what? The other thing, choosing the course content. I think that I'm gonna go with XM for this one. I know I was looking at Docker the last time, sort of as an example, but thinking about it more, there's been a lot of desire and sort of requests for XM recently. So I'm gonna basically, this is the redo of the course they have online, changed around a little bit, and then make it modernize it a tiny bit too, because the other one was for the previous version with just some updates, and then put that out there. So what we got uh, in routing. So basically just all the normal things we'd expect, and I have hello world, and then just basically route handlers that can respond to JSON. The hello world would actually respond with strings. These ones should be fairly easy for me to create automated assessments for. Now, whether or not automated assessments means that I'm having somebody like submit it and then it runs in the cloud or something like that, I'm not sure about that yet. It might be something more like there's an automated assessment, show me that it's working on your system. Again, I'm really focusing only on the live course right now and not necessarily what this would look like if there's automated assessments for like a purchased offline online course. I guess like not live version of the course. Let's see what else do we have. Um, okay, so basically just all the normal route handler type stuff that we could expect. For headers, um, I sort of broke that out into its own section because there are several different things we want to do. And also, I decided to put core headers into the middleware section since that's generally where it would go. There's that. There's actually several people still chatting on the Discord about this. I posted this yesterday, asking for some feedback, and I've gotten some good sort of like requests, not necessarily for changing any of this, but for adding new stuff because it's uh, which I think the new stuff would probably end up being different courses. There's a few ones that I added in, like for example this one down here, but we'll get to that. Let's see. So, for headers, just like extracting headers, setting the headers for returning, and then it's both like custom and just normal headers. Middleware is now this is where it gets interesting, right? Because these are all just like straight. You can do this thing, and I can test that you could do that thing. With middleware, we start testing for okay. I want you to do a specific thing, but the lessons might be on something slightly different than that. So it's in educational theory. This is now we can really start leaning into something called transfer, which ironically is maybe not ironically. It's not transfer of information from me to the learner. It's actually transfer of the learner from the lesson to the like from what they won, like the one thing that they learned the lesson to a completely different thing. So I want to test, okay, if I teach you one thing in middleware, can you use that to create a middleware to do something different? So that's what these are about. Basically, validating data, passing data between middleware and route handlers. Sort of like how do you get data in there? And then the core. That's supposed to be cores, but it's core. As well, I'll have to update that. This is just an image, so I have the main one on my other profile. For Docker stuff, basically just I want you to be able to set up Docker, run that in different places. So like how to run Postgres, how to run Axum itself inside of Docker. Even if it's slow, it's still good to know how to do that. CORM. So I'm planning on sort of mimicking what I did last time. Use CORM again. The big thing about CORM is that it's a little bit heavier, it's a little bit bigger. It's clearly going to be slower than using something like SQLX. I don't really think that's a problem necessarily for the course. I believe that you should be able to use like after this, switching over and using SQLX shouldn't be a problem. What I really want to be able to do in the future, once I get past this, have some time, we can make modules so that you can swap these out. So instead of CORM, maybe it's like SQLX. Instead of SQLX, maybe it's not even Postgres. Maybe it's something like Mongo or something like that. Pika program, hello. How are you doing today? For testing, automated testing, so basically just unit tests and integration tests. I'm not exactly sure how that's going to look yet. I think it's probably going to be creating our own testing suite for it because, as far as I can tell, there's no like Mocha and Chai yet in Rust, but it would be fairly trivial to create our own sort of like testing program to run in Rust, just using request. So I would say like we should be able to teach that. This looks like an app and a half. Care to elaborate? Oh yeah. So this is I do some courses and teaching stuff. So this is my latest plan for a new course on Axum. Axum, I think I actually took off the Rust and all that stuff and didn't mention it. So, Axum is a Rust backend framework. So think of it like Express, but in Rust. And I have a free course for Axum on YouTube right now. This would be a paid course that goes on an LMS that we're just sort of finishing up building. In fact, the creating tests with Playwright is for the LMS that we're going to be working on in a little bit. Just more of going over this plan before I switch over to that. Um, and let's see. So yeah, so these are like the purple ones. These are all standards. So these are not necessarily one-to-one a lesson. There might be multiple lessons in there. The first, it's like the plan is to create a live course first. So it's going to be basically probably pretty limited to like a very small number of people. Probably like three to maximum like 7, 8. I'm not sure exactly how many people I would want max to be there. Definitely no more than 10 right now. And it's sort of like, think of it like a pre-release type thing where it's like, okay, we're doing a pre-alpha test of like this education stuff. We've done the other ones. I've done myself in class teaching, but not online teaching. So it's gonna be an educational journey. Basically, it'll be cheaper than normal, but less people also. And these are all the different sort of topics that we'll be going over. So like, it's a backend course. So, routing, headers, middleware, CRM, automated testing, deploying. So like setting up and using GitHub Actions to actually do a full deploy. Manually deploying to Shuttle. So I'm thinking right now using Shuttle for this. If you're not familiar, Shuttle is sort of like Heroku of the old before they got rid of the free tier. So I believe there is a free tier for Shuttle, and it pretty much only works for Rust. So my thought is to go with that. For authentication, in the last version of this course, I had a manual authentication with like very basic username, password, and some jots. I plan on changing that. We're just going to use Auth0 for this. I am familiar with Auth0, so I know how to teach that, and it shouldn't take like too much time. Again, sort of like as I mentioned probably before you joined in. In the future, I would love to add in modules where you can swap out. So you can say like, I don't want Auth0, I want like this other thing, and if I had time, I could write that. Um, how long did it take this to plan? It took. So I started planning last week on Friday, and then I finished up the plan yesterday. So I spent some time yesterday. I went out to a cafe and just sat down, put on some headphones, and just like looked through a lot of stuff. And it took most of the morning just to figure out that it was like Axum. But once I figured that out, everything started falling into place. And then it took a few false starts before I got this design for how I want to like show the standards and everything else. Oh, and the very last thing here would be the project. So instead of me creating a project and then live coding that along, this is going to have a student driven, like a learner driven project where it's like, okay, choose a project you want to make. You have to be able to do it within like a day or two. You only have like so much time to be able to work on this, and it's going to incorporate a lot of the things that we learned before. And so then the rest of it is me providing help and support for that. So that'll be, I think, better than like me creating a project and forcing the learner to go with whatever that was. Let's see. So that's pretty much it. That's what I've got right now. And then as what my plan is each morning, I'll just sort of like review what changes I've made, if I've made any changes. Okay, so let's figure out what do I want to do with this. I want to. Oh, right, we're doing testing stuff. So I have an LMS. So this entire course thing is going to be on my own LMS, and I have that set up. But we need to do some testing. I had early testing for this. Back on main. I had early testing set up for this, but we basically made a big refactor of the database, and then that just sort of changed everything, and so the testing pretty much needs to be mostly rewritten. So let's switch over and figure that out. So I've got all those things set up. I can delete all those branches sometimes. You've been there, done that. Yeah, yeah. It's a thing. It's a lot nicer because I don't have anybody using this right now, so no production users. Even though I do have a production sort of database and everything else set up for it. So this having nobody on there makes it a lot easier. Okay, what do I want to do? What am I doing for this? I am get so let's switch. Call it testing 2. Testing 2 is our branch name. All right, I'll just get that going right now. Right now, what our tests look like, and if you're not familiar with oh, I need to start the server, don't I? Nope, nope. I want that mess trunk serve. Okay. This probably I'm not sure if I want to start the database part of like the local database part of this, mainly because I want to be able to write interceptors for it, so it's super fast in GitHub Actions, and I can do offline development, which would be really nice. Um, and I could do production testing too to make sure the code is working, and then we can do separate. I could do separated testing for the other things. GraphQL, the correct way to do APIs. I really like GraphQL. Um, although specifically, I've been using something called Hasura, and it creates the GraphQL for me. So you know what? Let's just spin this up. We'll just spin up the database, and then I'll show you the way it works. So Hasura creates a GraphQL interface for me on top of Postgres. If you haven't heard of it, Pika, it sounds like you have. Yeah, it is amazing. I love it. The actions really make it. Like that takes it from like okay, it's pretty good. It's nice to okay. This is an entire data layer. I mean, essentially, Hasura now has become my API gateway in the case that I can't use anything else, which is amazing. I use it both here and at my day job. My day job is actually how I discovered it. Okay, so you're starting to run. You're going here. Okay, so testing. So I have a folder with end-to-end tests, and I have a bunch of things in here. We started learning Playwright just for this project. We started writing it, and so we have a bunch of things in here. Okay, our first one is the accessibility, but I think I might need to start with the interceptor. And I have a few things inside of here. You should do projects again. It's been almost a year since you do those type of things. What I found is fun projects are great. So, for example, I started with game dev, like doing game dev, doing art with code, doing things like that. It's a lot of fun. It's like just so much fun, but it's almost like different muscles that you're working out than your day job muscles. So therefore, it's almost like a way to use the same skills, but in a way that refreshes us instead of just makes us burned out more. So that's my only suggestion for like side projects is don't make them like in the same category as the day job. Although it would be really interesting to know if people who do games, like game dev at a company, if they do business apps on their side as their sort of like fun hobby apps. Okay, so I created this a while ago. This is an interceptor that would take in sort of like a connection to GraphQL. So this would be to a local GraphQL endpoint, and then I want to grab the name of the operation that's happening, and then just basically load this up. So we are this is Playwright, so I'm using TypeScript for this. So if you're used to me writing a whole bunch of Rust, we're in TypeScript land today. Then I have all of these, which are the response data that I'm importing and then using. I'm not exactly sure um, if I need to read. I think I need to redo a lot of these. So, all right, I think that should have loaded us up. So, nope, I don't have you running. Okay, Hasura is up and running. This is, if you haven't seen it, this is the Hasura interface. It can go ahead and run queries. It's just like any other GraphQL interface type thing. It's fairly nice unless you've never used GraphQL, in which case it's interesting to get started with it. But I do recommend at least looking at it once. And then here is our LMS itself. And this is grabbing data from the local GraphQL API. So looking at this, our first query gets this. So it's doing this as the query. So I kind of want to create our interceptor. And what is this called? This is called API get all data. That doesn't look very secure. Which thing? Like, which part of it? The query thing? Oh, this one? Yeah, for local stuff. I like obviously this is local. Yeah, so first of all, you don't have to have the the um the front end up and running in production. So actually you can have this actually turned off if you want to. Although it would require a reboot essentially if you want to bring it back on. So had just something to consider here. Um, I'm logged in as a super admin, and now this is to local, so it's all dev data for production. Obviously, the admin password is going to be significantly longer. The authentication stuff that's really interesting is this part, which is I can have a bearer token that's provided to me by I'm using auth0 for authentication. I take a header, I take the token in the header, that I get from auth0, and then I pass it along to Hasura. Hasura knows how to convert that and open that. And basically, it's like only Hasura knows how to open that. And then it can grab inside some information that's inside of there, and then it figures out what role you are, and then that lets you know what you're allowed to do. So if I turn this off, these are the only things that you're allowed to do now. So if I tried to like clear the user articles without being admin, I get a validation failed. Hey, it doesn't know, like that thing doesn't even exist. You can't do that. But if I go back to admin, I can do it again. So yes, absolutely. If somebody got their hand on the root secret, that would be bad. It's fairly easy for me to change that, so I can rotate through this if I need to. And of course, uh, regular backups to the database is also important. And on top of that, I am trying not to, because I'm using auth0. I don't keep any passwords on in my database. So the worst that somebody can grab is the email list. Okay, so this is that query. So I want this API get all data. So let's create a new API get all data.json. Now, this is the data that I'm getting back for this specific set of courses. Might as well just grab that as a response. Let's do that as raw. That's a lot. It's all one line too. I was hoping if I saved that, that would make it nicer. Can't I format this? I forgot what I said or looked at, so now I don't know what the innuendo was. Hopefully, it was at least funny. Okay, so I don't think I want the data in here. Yeah, so I'm gonna fulfill with JSON and then data and then the other thing inside of it. Oh, it's a big one. It's all in one line. Oh, perfect. What I want to do is I want to take you. Nope, not that far. Let's see. I'm gonna go to the end. I'll try to go to the end of the file, but there's only one line, so that's fun. So I think that's it there. Do I have to pull this in and like connect it to the rest of the app before? I think I have. I'm trying to set up. What is it called? Prettier. I'm trying to set up Prettier in here to do the formatting, but for some reason I don't think it's working. Let's go take a look at this. So I have, okay, so languages, formatter is Prettier. So, okay, so I want Prettier with a dash parser JSON. Okay. Oh, I wonder if I updated npm or something, and so therefore, so npm install global prettier. Oh, that's a global thing? Interesting. Do I have it locally here? Ooh, I probably don't. Do I have MVM? I do have MVM. So MVM use long-term support and PM install prettier. I bet I need to restart this. What did this call? This is API get all data. I have on save that it's supposed to try to reformat, so that didn't work. Unless it just takes a second for it to spin up. I mean, okay, so it knows it's supposed to tab in there. I don't know if I want. Okay, we can do that. This is gonna suck if I have to do this for everything. Okay, how about try it again? Nope. Let's try connecting to it and grabbing data from it. So that would be the index. Okay, so declared but never read. Let's go back to here and now. Can I format? Do I have to select you and then do a format? Oh. Oh, there's no other way for me to check this. I can do the helix health, and then I want JSON. Configured language server, VS Code JSON language server. Binary for the language server is VS Code JSON language server not found in path. Oh, interesting. Oh, you just noticed Helix? Yeah, so we're using Helix for this, which has been interesting. For the most part, it's been working the way sort of like you'd expect and want it to work. Every once in a while, I get problems like this where it's like, why isn't it reformatting for me? Because like objects like this, if I don't get reformatting, it's gonna suck to work with. Now this is there. Can I install you? Oh, literally, I can install this as a npm thing. Okay, so we can't find it. So let's do a npm install without doing the npm multiple times. Okay, let's try this again. You can't find it. Oh, I wonder if my path. So I'm in my streaming profile here. And I'm guessing that it doesn't know about. No, okay, so users, Berserker, npm versions node, version 18 bin. I think that's where its stuff is going, right? So if I search for code, oh, tab autocomplete doesn't work with that. That's not a good sign. Okay, so here's prettier inside of here. Okay, and they're pointing towards where I think they're pointing. Okay, that's good. Maybe I need to restart you again after saving that other one. So Helix. Interesting that for JavaScript it can't find that. Okay, how about JSON? VS Code JSON language server not found in path. What have we gotten here again? Nope. You that. Okay, JSON. Language server. I don't have any. Oh, it's just the formatter. That's all I've got. Yeah, so format JSON. Command use prettier. The dash dash parser. Oh, you know what? I might be looking at the wrong directory in here. Let me make sure that it synced over correctly. So if I cd into config helix, I mean, yeah, that's the same thing. So it's supposed to be reading this. Did I update? I may have updated Helix, but I don't think anything would have changed here. Everything else seems to be working just fine. Let's see if I can run prettier manually on this. So if I run first of all prettier, oh, you still can't find it. Oh, well that's a problem. Okay, so huh. Why can't I find that? It was not found in the path. Okay, so if I do let's go to MVM. I think it was like versions node. We'll go to 18 binary prettier. That works. which means my path must be not set up correctly. Let's try adding this at the beginning of my path. So we'll do an export path equals. We're going to throw that in. I need the $home on this too. All Control E didn't take me to the end. Okay, we do that, and then do a $path in there. Okay, so now if I do that, now Prettier works again. Okay, let's try Helix again. Hey, there it works. Okay, so my path is not working correctly. Huh, interesting. I'll have to figure that out sometime. But for now, we've got it working again. So we have our list of LMS courses. Now I want to sort of set these up. So we could do one course, else tag. Okay, so we have a tag coming in here. You can be course 1, live fall. So we could have, we're gonna want like, I think probably 1 to 3 courses. I'm not sure for testing purposes. I do want a live course. I want a minimum of 1 live course and a minimum of 1 sort of course down here. So looking at this, we want 1 to sort of go up here in a section, and probably just 1 to go down here in the featured courses section. So let's do 1. We'll turn this into a live course. I don't have I haven't written the launches on part of it. We just have that as a data thing. Long description. U is pretty nice. Sure. Price. Probably want to set this. We'll make it 99. I'm just doing straight up dollars and no cents, and it's in US dollars right now. However, that being said, the actual money part of it is being handled by Stripe. So nothing to do in here. Short description, that's fine. Title. Okay, trailer UI would be a video. I don't have that. Course articles. Okay, so what articles are available in here? So far, I think this is okay. Oh, but I probably want to make you 1. Okay, so preview, so it's available to be previewed true, payment URI. Okay, so this one I might want to have something similar to this. Don't I have? Actually think I have. Nope, too much. What I probably want to do then, it's like, okay, we got you. You're not live. You're not live. You're live. Okay. Oh yeah, and I created this really long content in there to sort of play around with a super long article. Preview true. Okay, so we have tags and everything else. Okay, let's go up. We'll do this one as the live. Okay, so if I keep everything pretty much the same and I don't make changes to the IDs, then U for content, I am really long, programming you websites, and then maybe Oh, it's all one line, so if I select it, it doesn't like it. Okay, so I can't use X to select little like lines within a line. Let's go to this. We'll go one sentence, then we'll select all of this and delete it. Okay, that makes it a lot easier. And this one has a payment URI that goes to a test URL. So do I want to put that in here? So this is all going to be inside the repo. So I need to think about that too. Let's just change that so we can have this be like something like that. Just make up something. Okay. All right. So we have first course U. Oh, that's the yeah. So first course is U. We have a single article for it. I probably want multiple articles, don't I? Which I have these here. Okay, great. And then I have these tags here too. All the possible tags to use. Okay, so do I want to reset the IDs? I mean, I think technically this will work. So like ID, this one doesn't matter as long as it's not the same as the ID down below. For the tag, this is LMS tag U ID ones. That would have to match this one here. I don't think cold folding is in yet for Helix, so I can't. I have to like jump around. There is the ability for me to create like bookmarks and other stuff, but I haven't really played with that too much. Live. Okay, so that's false. The other one is true. Launch is on. We don't have that. Long description. Price. Okay, so I probably want to have a price on all of these. So let's say this one's not live, so we'll say like that's 25. Short description. Okay, subtitle. There's no trailer URI. Okay, course articles. All right, this might be the next one to sort of think about is do I want to reset those? Okay, so we have 3 potential course articles to look at. So we have created in Hasura, cool article 5, and long article. So if I were to change that to 1, 2, and 3, then created in Hasura would become 1. And I might actually want to create another article in here. I think that's going to be cool article 5. Okay, so we have this ID there and that title. Okay, so that replaces that. That's good. So we've added those. And this should be the order to them too. So we have that article in this order, then this one. Okay. Could make you two. Did I change that one up here? I didn't. Let's do that. Okay, Elma's tag. Um, this is the best Ruby course nobody ever took. Sure. So that's 11. Okay, that's good there. Live is true. Launch is on null. Long description. Price. Let's set that to like a little bit more expensive. Okay, course articles. Okay, so we have core article 5, which I believe is ID 2. Looks like we're using all 3 articles here. So Hasura is 1, core article 5 is 2, and long is 3. So you are 1, 2. Three. Okay. All right. Interesting for these. These two are preview. Then one is a not preview in there. So that's interesting to sort of see there. What about preview for these ones up here? Both of these are preview. I should maybe change this to be false. Tags, I think I can just leave those the same. Almost okay. So we have the articles, sort of like the article titles that are listed here, and then users. We'll probably need to add in users to this relatively soon. Okay, so how am I going to run these? I wonder if I need to restart the running of them too. Let's see. So in end-to-end tests, I have intercept was something else that I think we're going to replace with this GraphQL interceptor. Okay, so I have this operation name, and then it's going to return whatever you're returning. So I probably want to reset all of these, not use you at all. And instead, we're just going to use the API get all data is going to be API get all data. Okay. So you're happy. Okay, so I need to pull this in, and then there's this function intercept GraphQL. I handed a page, and it should just work. That first page only does the one thing. Okay, so let's go find something to run. Okay, accessibility tests. I think these are good to play with. So let's start with these. So just slash. There's a GraphQL URI. Okay, so let route of routes, so test. So that route should not have any automatically detectable accessibility issues. Okay, I want to await. Intercept GraphQL go to page. We await login. I am not gonna log in for this, or at least right now. Okay, so we analyze the page and we've checked to make sure there's no violations. And then I don't even want this one anymore. I just want like something nice and simple for this. And I need to remember how to start this up. So I think it's something like npx Playwright test UI. That sounds about right. I just want to run this one right here, which I can make this bigger. All right, so here we can see there's our code that we updated and changed. Insta fail, great. It received 140 things. Okay. It's just blank documents. That's nice. That's cool. Ensures each HTML document contains a non-empty title element. But it was an empty document. So of course it didn't work. Okay. Oh, you know what? This await login. My login was also navigating to a route, wasn't it? So I want to do something like we set up the intercept and then we do h dot go to route. Do I need to await you? I might need to await you. It's tempting to get a lot of stuff, but it didn't run any of my things, did it? So wait, it timed out on page.goto? It basically just ran this, right? Like, so it created a new browser context. It creates the route that we're doing this thing on. Which is, okay, so we page the route, so it then takes this async. Okay, so it uses a callback function for that. We then grab the operation name from the post data JSON, and then if that we fulfill it, otherwise we do nothing with it. Then we attempt to go here and then okay. That makes me wonder if I turn you off, do you just sort of work? You do. Okay, so we get to here, and there's no accessibility issues. Okay, that's good to know. So my interceptor is not working correctly. Okay, so this thing is broken. Nice. All right, so coming in here with the page, do a pagelet route. GraphQL URI. We take in the route in here. We're grabbing the operation name from you and then fulfilling you. And then we're using this operation name there. Oh, operation. Oh, you're failing because you should be a. Interesting. You don't need to be a function, do you? You can just be that. I wonder if I need to do that eventually for like injecting data in so that we get it back out. I'm not sure. Okay, so if I do that, I think I returned you on, right? Yeah. Okay, so you're happy so far. Now, next course. We don't need to be logged in for this. So the next one we'd go to is go to courses. That's the next page. And then we want to see the list of courses. So okay, that worked. Maybe. I'm not seeing any evidence that it got a list of courses though, which is a little bit worrisome. Did I like not save? Oh wait, what's this? Oh, interesting. It detects that it's gonna be two of them. That's the one I want to run. Okay, so that works. So we come in here, we see there's our cool course 3, there's our U0.2, they're in the right positions. They're all good. Okay. That's courses. That's courses. So we can actually just go and take a look at the router, and that will tell us all the routes that we need to sort of add in here. Let's go and open up. How do we want to do this? we can just go over there. So we have slash. I almost want to like split the window. Maybe that will be good. And then we'll open up view and accessibility spec. Okay, so we have slash. We're gonna have create account. Login. Courses. Courses. We'll go to that first course. So course ID 1. An auth redirect. We want to test and make sure that's working the way we expect it to. Create a course. Tags. Okay. Create article. Now, then there's course articles, and then ID 1. Okay. Now I should have this all ready. So like, we need to create a centralized GraphQL intercept with mock data. That's what we're doing now. Twisted Seed, hello. How are you doing today? Okay, course articles 1. The next is going to be courses. Oh, create account. I already did that one, and I did auth login. Okay. Because the course articles ID. So the next one is courses ID access. Okay, so this is the next one. So courses, course ID, we'll do this one as 1 again. And then article ID, we'll make that 1. Okay. I think that course ID 1 has access to article 1 in our data. Okay, so that's that one, and then okay, last one. What? Oh, it's paste. That's wrong paste. Oh, and then I deleted it. Okay, so course ID here. So course 1, and then we go to purchase the course. Okay, so if I come back and look at you, yeah, here's a whole bunch of these. So my guess is that all of these will fail. I guess like some of them will fail if we attempt to go to them. Although maybe not, because I have the database on, and so it's probably actually connecting to the database on ones that succeed. A surprising number of them succeeded just fine. Okay, so courses and one of them. So you, what happened? So expect equal. Ensure that the page or at least one of its frames contains a level 1 heading. If we take a look at this, just did not load correctly. So that's fun. That would do it. Also, I apparently misspelled course. It's course here. Okay, you're working now. Tags should not have any automatically detectable accessibility issues. Now, if we go into you, oh, interesting. You worked on Chrome and WebKit, but not on Firefox. If I run you again, do you just work? No? Okay. So ensures the document has a main landmark. So here we have the tags. Now, normally all we need for a main landmark is to have a main tag. And I want to say that there is one. So this is. Oh, I have like an authentication thing. Okay, let me try logging it. I need to log in as my author. Okay, here we go. So if we go to tags, uh, here you're with that. Can we find a main? Yeah, there's a main right here. Does Firefox need a different type of main? So it ensures the document has a main landmark. Okay, let's go take a look at what this is telling us to do. Ensures there's a navigation point to the primary content of the page. The page contains iframe. Okay, so I don't have iframes. Oh, do I need like main role main? Maybe I need that. Okay, so let's change that. I guess there is a little bit of Rust today. Here it is. Main role equals main. Okay, that apparently was what Firefox wanted. So you're happy now. Okay, you. Firefox is happy, but Chrome and WebKit are not. Fun. Okay, so what's going on here? 105 errors. Ensures that lists are okay. So did you just like timeout? Oh no, it's still 105 after running it again. All right. Now yeah, you got in here correct. So we see the articles list on the left. Everything is fine. So you ensures that lists are structured correctly. UL and OL must only directly contain li script or template elements. Oh, okay. So UL and OL. So unordered and ordered lists must only contain li script. So I must have something that's not one of those in there. Um, Firefox doesn't really care about that, but okay, so this is course. Let's go into this one. Oh, that's fun. Oh, I have an unwrap on a none value. Uh-oh. That's not good. I wonder if I added a bug because it's a I'm an author here. Okay, hold on. How do what's the I want a new secret tab. Oh, can I even do secret tabs? I think it's new entire windows, isn't it? Oh, sorry about blinding you. Apparently, dark vision. Oh, yeah, it's because it's a plugin. It won't work on Windows. So here, I'll load it in a window so it doesn't kill your eyes too much. Okay, so we have our learner goes into a course, opens this course. Okay, so learners can open up. It's just me. The bug affects me. I wonder if I should redo everything about this about my testing because like I have all these uh, that require some kind of authentication. Actually, I turned off that, didn't I? Hold on. Yeah, so I don't even have a login. We just intercept the GraphQL, we go to this and we analyze. Okay. So that's fun. Okay, so you're saying courses one access. So courses ID access. We have a list over here. Oh yeah. In our unordered list, I have an A tag. Uh which is for that one. That's wrong. So I want the list item to be around this A tag. So I want to flip that around. Okay, so this is Okay. So course access. I want course access here. Oh, but it's part of course nav, so I really want to go to course nav. Okay, course nav here. Still just data. Oh, then it's course. Okay, so then it's course nav routes. Okay, so here's my UL. And then I'm mapping through when I'm doing this BB route or not. Oh, and that's my problem. And I really want that to be an li around each item. What's this route? I don't remember route or not. Oh, and there's a link. So maps to someplace. So I need to change the order of it around and to make it appear. So to make it the li in the appropriate spot. Okay, and that just goes to children. So create course nav item. Say here. Okay, so the course nav item here. And then children is going to be article dot children. I wonder if I want. I wonder if I want to like wrap this around inside of here. So course nav item. And I still have a tooltip wrapped around the li. So again, that still doesn't work. I would need to put the tooltip inside of the li, and then we'd be happy. Okay. So that's one thing we can just maybe try out right away. Is moving the tooltip inside. Okay, so let's go into a YCL. What are we going to call this? This is going to be um, course nav structure or something like that. Okay, so here we're there with our navigations. We have you. We should be able to see. Here's our li, and then no. here's our UL, and then without the LI right underneath it. And there's two of these, right? So I want to see this A and the LI move down. Okay, so I guess we'll go to the page first. So pages, navs. Is this navs? Yeah, navs. Okay, so here's the BB course nav. We have the articles. We're tracking on clicks. There's not really much we can do there, so we'll have to go to the definition of that, wait for it to figure it out. Okay, so here's our UL. And then we have props. Okay, so articles. And there's our router not immediately inside of there. And so I want, oh, so this is in, okay, this is in the YCL. BB course nav item. And that gives us the LI. Okay, so if I take this and I move you one level inside, no, I want you, this is so weird. I want you, okay, so I want you down one more, you down one more. I guess you're tabbed in, so you're fine. That, okay. Okay, so looking at you, we have our UL, we have the A tag. You're still working. Interesting. I'm only getting the highlighted the most inner one. I'm not gonna worry about it too much though right now. I don't think I'm using that feature yet. Okay, so now I have this A tag which takes me to the appropriate place. So I want to move that one level inside too. Which is this route or not is essentially an A tag. And then I have this create course nav item now, which has children. So I wonder if I want this children to now have this BB route or not. Oh, that's going to be fun. Oh, but it's also an option vec of that. Okay, so we're going to need to update this to put route or not inside of the course nav article, aren't we? I think so. I think that's where we're gonna have to put it. Now there's this to option R. I'm actually a little bit curious. First one I have. What if I just remove this? Okay, successfully compiled. Oh, interesting. So I have to go on the text for us to see that. Except down here that works too, but not for these. Interesting. And if we come here, so we have UL, LI. Oh, but none of you link anywhere now. That's the problem. None of you link anywhere. So I need the A tag just inside of this LI. So create chorus nav item. You have this 2 there. Okay, 2 is an option R. Am I using it? I don't think I'm using it. Okay, so what was that one that we had? It was like a BB. I think it was like an internal link. Internal link. Go to R. 2 equals props dot 2. Oh, but it's we had like that maybe, right? Hold on. It was like the route or not. That's what it was. Okay, BB route or not. We'll go to R. 2 equals, and then we can give it this option. So props dot 2 and clone you. And that's right before the end of you. Can I find it? Import that. Okay. You're happy. So now, okay, so you're, oh, that's what it was. I think I wanted to make the entire list item a link, but I can't do that and make navigation correct. So if we just do this, technically this will work and make it happier. And so now we have ULs and LIs. And oh yeah, everything is going straight back to here for testing purposes. So okay, so I've rebuilt that. Let's head back to LMS. Load up the YCL locally. that should recompile, bring all that new stuff in, and let's rerun these. Yeah, now they work again. So if we take a look at this, yeah, okay. Now I'm curious, does that work for me? Yeah, that works exactly as expected. I can still click on these and they can do their thing. So excellent. Let's rerun all of you. We're getting more errors this time. That's not good. Okay, Firefox, do you just need rerun? No. Okay, so now what's happening to you? So courses should not have, right, any automatically detected things. You have 68 problems. Ensures the document has a main landmark. You have a main landmark. Can I actually investigate this? Oh, okay. So I have dev tools over here. Are these dev tools for... Oh, they're dev tools for everything. That's not helpful. So inside of there, they're oh, it's an iframe. Okay, now I finally dug into it. I definitely have a main role main in there. Okay, so I have a main role main. Document should have one main landmark. Is it possible that it thinking that there's more than one? No, document does not have a main landmark. Interesting. Okay. But everything else is fine. Everything else is okay. Why are you suddenly upset about this? This is just courses, right? So courses should have a main landmark. Even if I'm not logged in, I should be able to go here, see this, and see the main role main landmark. I don't think I can find like multiple mains, right? That's in styles. That doesn't count. That's in styles. And that's main. Role main. Now this is interesting. So we have frame evaluate, new page, page evaluate. These exist and it sort of went away from it. And then at page dot close. Okay, so I have async. I do an await new Axe Builder page analyze. Do I need a wait for this? Maybe I need a wait. So page go to Zilby, hi. Hi. What's wrong? Hi, come here. You want to go back in the closet? No? No? Okay. He just wanted to meow at me. Maybe he'll come over here and I can pick him up. Let me see if I can get Zilby Cam going. Okay, so I do know there's a way to say like, okay, page go to, and then I have an object here. What? What's up? Oh, you're like got too much energy. Okay, hold on. I need to take a quick break and go grab a few toys. Then maybe we can throw them or do something with Zilby. But he's going stir crazy. So I will be right back. Cats indeed. All right, let's see. Thank you, thank you. All right. Oh, you can't really see all of the play because this thing's in the way. Let me see if I can put it down over here. Sylvie, you want? Okay, you'll go in there. All right. Well, when he comes back, we'll. Oh, you're back. Um. Oh, you finally got the Raspberry Pi to run, and you're rusty now. Are you running Rust on it, or is it just Raspberry Pi? All right, Zibby, I got things I could throw for you too. Oh, don't really know for what. Just turning it on. Oh, okay. So I want network. Okay, wait until. That's what I want. Wait until, and then I want this. Let's say network idle. So that will be it. Got the stuff from that GraphQL. Zippy. Okay, so if I do that, now are you a little bit happier? Yes, actually, it is. Okay, so that was apparently a problem. So Firefox is slower in a test than Chromium and WebKit. The network part of it, I think. Okay, so that's you. Let's rerun all of you now that we make that change. Sylvie, you want throw stuff? I don't see him anymore. So okay, so most of them are happy. It looks actually like we only have one test that's failing now. So it's the purchase. Okay, so what happens here? Nothing. Nothing happens when I go to purchase. Now I'm not logged in. So that could be a major issue too. So if I in a not logged in state come to here. Oh, yeah. So let's see. I have preview for that one. Oh, yeah, because I don't think I even have anything that you can purchase. Cool Course 3 is the closest. Yeah, and that just ends up being empty like this. Okay, so for this one, we absolutely need to be logged in. And for some of the other ones, we should be logged in too and make sure that we have access to those. Okay. How do I want to handle this? thinking if I'm logged in, I can purchase it. So I need to set up the login thing. Okay. Now I'm curious if my login code works here or not. So if I do that page, and then instead of this page to go to, we just go to the route. So let's try that. Okay, so same result. Purchase is still failing. So we get to here and we basically just nothing. It's just like empty thing. That's sort of like understandable. Uh, Also, apparently I'm not really logged in. So I'm not seeing anything up here in the login route. So that would also be another sort of issue for this. So I think I need to redo that. That being said, okay, so for this YCL, we seem to have fixed this. Let's go ahead and fix all of you. Molly, with the raid. Welcome, 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 Molly and raiders. How are you doing today? How was your stream? What were we working on? Pretty good. Got sidetracked, but it was good. I mean, sidetracked feels like it's par for the course for most programming streams. So, not surprising. We do that a lot here too. Uh, it was cloud infrastructure related. Oh, that's nice. Which cloud are you using? He was showing you some CDKTF. I don't know if I recognize that acronym. Oh, AWS, it was actually about how to be a better platform engineer. Okay. Yeah, AWS is interesting. It's one of those things where there's so much depth to it. And I was looking through and so chatting to some other engineers, and I it feels to me like AWS is still just way above the competition as like when it comes to how much they can support and everything else. It's pretty crazy. Providing a service versus being the guy who creates the infrastructure through something like Terraform. Oh yeah, and that's so putting on my business hat. This is what is the difference between a service and a platform, right? So you want a rule of thumb is if you really want to be making lots and lots and lots of money through something, you want to create something that other people create their businesses using. So it's not just like, okay, I built this thing. It's like I built this thing that other people can build things with. So yeah. Um, we're using Terraform and other stuff. Personally, I like Pulumi, but I think that's mostly because I like programming, and Pulumi is programming and Terraform is just objects essentially. Building a library for application developers to use. Oh, it's like an SDK for that. Okay, CDKTF is like Pulumi. Okay, that's good to know. Yeah, so I learned about Pulumi a while ago, and I've been using it. I use it both for my personal stuff here, and then I also use it at work, and it's pretty great. I like it. During a gold rush, sell shovels. Um, you know what? You know what's even better? During a gold rush, yeah, go ahead and sell shovels. Also sell the things to make shovels. And then you'll get as clients, you'll get other people making shovels to sell and people who buy shovels itself. It's too expensive for work. We because we're using like just the basic free tier so far, that works for work stuff. So my work is very small. Well, I have a startup at work, so it's fairly easy for us to use the free tier on a lot of things. Better idea, patent the shovel. Well, now we're getting into evil patenting, all that type of stuff, and then just sue everybody for making and using shovels. Um, yeah, like become a patent troll. That's the business suggestion here is just become a patent troll. All right. Well, Zilby's not coming back, so I think he got distracted by the window upstairs. With CDKTF, you get an actual programming language, but it works with Terraform backend, which is cheap, or you use an S3 backend. Can you do that with Pulumi too? I've not looked in that deeply to it. I want to say you can, but I so we're not doing that much like infrastructure changes and deployments for Pulumi for both like my personal or my work. So it's not that big. You can and you do, yeah. That's what I thought. Okay, so what was I gonna do? I think we need authentication. Is that what I was thinking of? Oh, we were doing a deploy for YCL. That's what it is. So we are UL, I guess like course nav list now passes um like proper structure, proper now passes axe tests. Do we have any GitHub actions on this? I don't think I do. Okay, so that's done, and now we're on this commit hash. And nope, nope. Okay, I do that all the time where I fail to hit caps lock properly. That's always fun. Well, gotta go. Well, thank you so much again for the raid, and have a great rest of your day. You know what's funny? Pulumi uses the Terraform ADBS provider under the hood. You go to SourceNet enough times, you can find the Terraform resources. Yeah, I think they actually mentioned that in they talk about that a lot in their Slack channel. And now what's also funny is that in Pulumi they just made it so that you can write Terraform and Pulumi will now read Terraform. So like you could use Terraform completely and just completely bypass the entire point of Pulumi but still use Pulumi, which is kind of funny. Okay, so you're happy there. These should still all come close to passing. Um, I think what we need to do is rewrite some of the authentication, like these authentication, the test that requires some kind of authentication. Because I think that's what's happening here with this one purchase. So slash doesn't need that. Courses doesn't need that. Create account doesn't need that. Login doesn't need that. Auth redirect. Nobody should stay on this for very long, so I don't think we need to do work on that. Hi Zilby, you're back. You wanna play? Here, Zilby. Do you want or do you want throw? He wants throw. Auth redirect shouldn't matter. Okay, create course. This one, yeah, we get here and it's like sending you back to the homepage, and it's like only authors can create this course. So that's the thing. So we need to log in as an author. So I'm thinking we need to update this. I probably want to make you an object that has like the route that goes on it, and then also the role that we want to put on it. So I think the next thing is to update our login function here and make sure it's working the way we expect it to. So I have this async function. So we take in a role, which is going to be this learner or author. Next up, okay, how about this one? Which, okay. I hit the door, the wall of the door, so it didn't fly very far. All right, so I'm in this one. We go to slash. We wait until the network is idle, and then I page route. Go to the auth0. Okay, so create a route interceptor for auth0 domain for user info. Oh, maybe you can use the Pi as an NFS to store your games and stuff. Um, yeah, I know some people that use that. I know a lot of people that have like created some kind of NFS system or cloud system for that. Okay, do you want, how about this one? Zilby. No. Hit the door, the edge of the door that's facing me. I am terrible at throwing things for Zilby. Let's see. Okay, so when we get user info, then it returns user info with the role. Okay, which is going to be this, right? So it's going to, okay. So we're going to have user info role. So based upon that, we're going to have learner mock info mock data, or the user info mock data, which is coming from mock data. Okay. And then I add this as cookie. I add this as a cookie. So then it will automatically try to do that. And then we say, hey, now go to the destination and wait until network idle. Okay. Here, next toy. I mean, that feels like it should work, but it's clearly not working because let's see. Okay, we're gonna do the log and wait. Zilby, you want more toy? Okay, how about this? Into the tunnel. I missed going into the tunnel, so that's fun. So login. Okay, so part of login, so we go to slash. We fulfill that. So can I see? Okay, we got some fonts. That's it. Page route. Zero domain user info. Okay, add the cookie, and then go to create course, which then says, okay, only authors can create a course. So that didn't work. Okay, so here's this sort of like fake thing. Okay, so it looks like it got the fake thing here. So it got rules author learner. So when I log in for real, I wonder, I'm hoping that we don't need to like just completely rebuild everything from scratch testing wise. That would suck. So let's see. If I Login is you. Oh, that's an author. I want to log in as an author. Okay, so here's this get. I do have the role learner and then roles of what it's allowed to be. Let me see. So role, okay, so rapid fill, user info, role. If you're a learner, learner info mock data. So I want, we have role and then roles. So roles is that. Is that it? Is that what I'm missing? Oh, and allowed roles would be probably learner, something like that. Hi. That was my mouse. Okay. Just drop the mouse. Which is now shaking and getting a lot of stuff in it. So that's technically it works. We're fine. Flippy, come here. Or do you want more? I got another ball. Okay, let's see if that's any better. Did I save? Flippy, want to come here? You want this? Here, I'll throw it in, maybe in. Okay, on the other side. No? He's just lying in the other room, begging me to come to him. Okay, so if I come here, so courses. I mean, so far, create an account, doesn't need a login, redirect, create course. It still doesn't. Oh, am I login is the right thing? Oh, I'm attempting to log in as the author. I think I didn't update the right thing. So mock data, user info mock data. So allowed roles would be author, learner. Roles would be, let's just say, an author only. A role would be author. Thank you so much, Pika, for hanging out, and good luck with the Raspberry Pi. There's a lot of really cool things you do. So if you do anything fun, we'd love to hear it. Okay, so that hasn't changed anything at all. Ooh, okay. So I am now an author, and here, okay. So that part we fixed that part. That seems to be working now. Now at this point, and you're all still working, right? So yeah, we're all now authors, and therefore getting all the stuff. But I think that some of these pages I want to be a learner, and some of these pages I want to be not logged in at all, and some of these pages I want to be an author. So I think what we want to do is go into our accessibility tests and update our routes to have an object here that allows us to decide what to be. So, oh, forget the command. So if I start here, I think it's something like, no, what was, it's not like shift, no, that's split. Not whatever that, okay, it's not shift L, that deleted. Ooh, I forget how to create, to duplicate straight down. There's there's definitely a way to duplicate. Okay, so can I see this? New cursor. Uh, Cursor down. Multi. Okay, fine. We'll go to tutor. Multiple cursors. Type. Okay, Shift C does it. Okay, that's what I wanted to do. All. I didn't want to quit out of that. Let's head to accessibility data. Okay, so I want to go to this first here and multiple cursor down like that. We will open up you. That's not what I want. I want to go to the end. So visual all. Okay, how do I select the end of the line? That's the next thing. So select line. Select current line. Oh, that'd be X. I could have just done that. That would have worked. Nope, nope. I don't know why I quit. That was weird. End accessibility spec. Okay, let's try this again. So I want C for everything. Select the line. This is gonna work. This is almost gonna work. So I guess what I'll do is I'll delete that, select the line. So match surround with that. What? Oh, select the line selected like the new line character too, which is not what I wanted. Hi, Zilby. Do you want to be pet? Let me move the camera out of your way. I know it's on your bed. Let me move. Oh, sorry. Probably should have closed that off before you started looking at it. No? Okay. So that didn't work the way I expected it to. Okay, fine. Let's undo that. Can I? So visually select. So it can't be that. It has to be like go to beginning of line. Oh, line start. H. Almost. Much better. Okay, there we go. So match surround. There we go. Go to the end. Add the comment back in. Oh, I want to go to. Okay, so go to H. So this will be the. Let's make this path. Nope. Stop. So we have path for that, and then we want for like the role. So role will be role dot. Let's just say learner for this. And then if I do none, that will be like no logged in, right? So I can close that off. And for this role, let's add in like a none. Okay, so slash. This is fine to be a none. Create account, we want that to be a none. Login, I want that to be a none. Courses, that could be a none. Courses 1. This is getting interesting, right? Because like you get different things based upon if you like own the course. But again, okay, so like I don't think it's also okay not to be logged in as. Auth redirect. Technically, you'd be a none for that. I think that would be okay. In fact, I don't even think we need that one in there. Okay, create course, you need to be an author. So that plus role, create article. Okay. Course articles 1, access 1, and then purchase. Those can all be learner. Okay. Let's see if you're happy now, or at least a little bit happier. No? Did I not save? Oh, Oh. Yeah, we kind of need to deal with this now. Okay, so uh, for login, so we have this entire route thing, right? So we can do route dot role. We pass in a page, and then you're going to be route dot path. But we need to check to see if you're a none. So we want to do first a if route dot role is equal to role none. So if what language do I think I'm in? Okay, so if that, I want to do this. Otherwise, we do this. Okay, so if we just do page to go to, this will be route.path. Wait until network idle. So we're not logged in. Otherwise, we do log in with the role and page OK. You're still unhappy. I don't see an error in this document. Is there an error over here? No. Uh-oh. Will you tell me the error? Okay, you might not tell me the error. So let's quit out of you. And let's just run the test manually and maybe you'll tell me. Okay, duplicate test title. Oh, that's what it is. Duplicate test title. Okay. I can turn the UI back on. So the test title, I'm looking at the wrong thing. I want to go back to here. Okay, right. So it should be route.path. There we go. Now it's working again. We'll have to clean up and get ready to go pretty soon. I've got I think a phone call I have to make before I end up going to work, so I need to end up like a little bit early. Let's see, tomorrow. So things are going to be a little bit interesting. I have a potential for something I have to take care of tomorrow. And if I do, then like there's a potential for it to take the rest of the week up too, and I'm not really sure. So we'll have to play by ear for whether or not I'll be able to stream tomorrow morning or not. So either I will be or I won't be. If you pay attention to Discord, and I could put a link to that in chat. Then I'll post on there whether or not I'll be able to stream tomorrow. To this, we've got like close, but I think purchase. I don't think I ever had this as a test before. So we're coming here and then just sort of nothing showing. So I need to figure out what's going on with that. And I'm logged in as a learner, so we've got that going on. Just need to figure out what else is happening. So let's go ahead and save all of our stuff. So YCL, we did all that stuff. Let's go ahead and all right. So what did we do here? We are making accessibility tests work. One still not working now. And I'll go ahead and push that up. Okay, great. So that's a work in progress, and we'll continue working on that tomorrow. Maybe. But that's only if I can work tomorrow. So we'll see about that. So with that, everybody, thank you for hanging out today with me. As I mentioned, I may or may not be back tomorrow. I normally stream around 6 a.m. Mountain Time till around 8:30, 8:45 a.m. Mountain Time, so a couple hours. I don't know about tomorrow, but next week definitely that will be the schedule unless something weird goes on. But with that, uh, thank you so much. I hope that you all have a great rest of your Monday, and I will see you next time, whenever that is. Bye.